These are all new sunscreens in the market and we're gonna try them out today.
I'm on the brink of my self-deprecation. I'm hanging from the precipice of empty promises. To myself, I can't help it, still nothing has changed. I need your therapy, euphoric chemistry to fix my brain.
Hi, hello, 안녕, Ray입니다. 반갑습니다. Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome. If you don't know who I am, that's okay because you can find out more about me here on all social media platforms. My skin type is oily, sensitive, dehydrated, and reactive, and depending on the season, I can also be combination skin type. I'm sure you already know what this video is about based on the title. Yes, we are trying all new Korean sunscreens and sun care products that just hit the market about a month ago. Actually, not all of them are super brand new. Some of them are just kind of like new, as in like within the last 2 years. And some of them actually launched about a week ago or even like a month ago. And of course, some of these sunscreens that aren't considered new, I've never tried them before, so to me they are brand new. And like always, I'm only able to try all these new sunscreens thanks to Style Korean, because Style Korean sent them over, and Style Korean has all the newest and greatest skincare products in the Korean skincare market. Thank you, Style Korean. 감사합니다. So without further ado, let's get right into all these new sunscreens. Let's go. 우리 가자. This video is made possible by Style Korean. At Style Korean, there is a promotional program called Ready Set Glow where you can pick 3 products for a total of $10. All you have to do is submit a review of each product that you picked after you've tried them. It's a great way to try new products without spending too much money. No code necessary. Every month, there will be new products for you to choose. Now, back to the video. So before we start with like the new sunscreens, I just want to give a quick shout out to my favorite sunstick at the moment. This is Abib's Quick Sunstick Protection Bar. The shape of the sunstick actually works so well with the curves of our face. And if you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you probably have seen me use this sunstick a couple of times. It's a clear stick, so there's no chalkiness or white cast. And it doesn't smell like anything besides like the natural ingredients that they use in here. Not like natural as in like clean beauty, vegan. It doesn't smell like anything. It smells just like whatever that chemical smells like. So basically it doesn't smell like anything weird. Okay, moving on to the rest of the video. Benton Air Fit UV Defense Sun Cream. I think all the sun creams we have today, or all the sunscreens we have today, are SPF 50 plus, PA plus 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 plus. Yeah, I think they're all 4 pluses. So this is the sunscreen that a lot of people notice that it has like a green tint to it. I have always wanted to try this. I think I was sent one of this a while back and I just forgot about it. Everyone was talking about how the green tint of the sunscreen balances out the redness of your skin, and then recently I tried the Be The Skin Aloe Rice Vegan Sun Cream. That one also has the same effect with like the green tints, and that one is like really affordable and I love the texture. And this one I'm just kind of like, I don't know, it costs about $20 retail, or like the what's it called, the base price is $20, kind of on the not so affordable side. I don't want to say this is the first sunscreen that comes with like a green tint, but it is the most popular sunscreen that came with a green tint. It's really hard to tell on my hand because I don't have like really weird redness. I do have a lot of redness on my forehead. There's a lot of sunscreens and I don't want to apply all of them on my face in the same videos, so I'm not going to do that. No white cast at all. I think this is a fully chemical sunscreen. There is no added fragrance, at least I can't tell that there is any added fragrance, and from what I've seen on the ingredients list, there is no fragrance, but there is rosemary leaf oil, which they also have in their other version of their sunscreen, which is a Skin Fit Sun Cream, and that one I tried in the past and I hated it because it has like a bunch of ingredients where I'm just like, why would you even have this in a sunscreen? And it has like major white cast, so I don't like that sunscreen at all. This one I actually really like. The only thing is this is really expensive for a sunscreen that I should be using every day, and I go through sunscreens really quickly. Sunscreens, moisturizers are the 2 categories of skincare that I blow through really quickly because I simply have to use them every single day. I do like the texture. It's very light. It doesn't feel like anything on my skin. A matte finish actually, not even like dewy or anything. It is super perfect for anyone who has greasy, oily skin who just needs something that is like light on the surface so you don't really notice it. It's cuffing season. Big boy, I want a big boy. I'm a big boy. So this is a big boy. This is honestly the biggest sunscreen I've ever seen in the market thus far. Sorry, my roommate is here and he's in the kitchen right now, so you're gonna hear some noise in the background. We're gonna pretend that the noise isn't here. Dermabee's sun lotion comes in, I think, 200 milliliters. Dr. Ceuracle's Cica Regen waterproof sun cream or sunscreen. This one comes in 100 milliliters. I don't know about you, but that's a lot, okay? I love when companies push out really large size sunscreens. And I think they actually have the vegan version of this, and that one comes in only 50 milliliters. So this one is definitely more worth the money, I guess. I think out of all these sunscreens today, this one is the newest one because I can't even find the ingredients list online to share with you. Usually I have the ingredients list on the screen, but I can't find it, so I can't even copy it onto the screen. And I really don't want to be copying the entire ingredients list on this box again. I've done it in the past and it took me like a day. Hi, future Ray here, editing Ray here. I ended up copying the ingredients on the box onto my computer because I couldn't stand not having this information online anywhere. And I even reached out to Style Korean to see if they can actually provide the list, and they said that their brand manager hasn't gotten to it yet. So I'm just gonna email them the list that I copied from the packaging. So hopefully that'll be useful to them, but just wanna let you guys know that I ended up doing this because I couldn't stand it and I still couldn't find the information online. Hopefully this helps. All right, back to the video. Let's check out what the texture is like. Oh, I forgot. This one does have a seal. It's always good to know that, you know, sunscreens come with these seals because it's important. So it does have a flip off cap, and ooh, the cream is just very white. I was thinking that this would be some kind of like translucent cream, but they say this is a waterproof sunscreen, and I'm kind of worried as to like how oily this is, but wow, there's no scent. Ooh, okay, great. No scent. The texture is so thin and it just melts into my skin. No white cast. And apparently this is really good for babies as well. Like, baby skin is more sensitive than ours because their skin barrier is still developing. Basically, the texture, the thickness of their skin is thinner than adults. And a lot of times when we try to give babies sunscreens, it's hard because their skin might not be able to absorb or handle the UV filters and all the other ingredients that sit on top of their skin. So a lot of times you have to get separate baby sunscreens or baby sun lotions for their delicate skin. And because Dr. Ceuracle's waterproof sun cream is so gentle that you can actually use this on baby skin. I really like this. Wow, I was not expecting too much because I was like, oh, it's waterproof, it must be like super cakey or like super thick on your skin, but it feels very nice, very light. It is a bit sticky though, that's the only thing I would say compared to like Benton's. This is Make Prem's UV Defense Me Daily Sun Essence SPF 50+, PA4+. On their website, or I should say on Style Korean's website, they said that this one is a hybrid UV filter with both chemical and physical filters. And I heard that this one isn't actually like a new sunscreen, but it is reformulated and renewed back in 2021. There is another sunscreen by Make Prem that I heard of, and I think that one is their best-selling product, and that one is the Sun Fluid, I think. But that one I heard has like major white cast. It's like super just very obvious that you have sunscreen on. This one also has a seal on it, so that's great. As far as I know, there's no fragrance. But I do get a hint of like that rosemary again. Rosemary and something else, maybe jasmine, because they do have jasmine flower water in here. It's not like too pungent or very strong. All right, let's see if there's any white cast. I have to put like small amounts on my hand because if I put a lot, my hand would just be a bunch of sunscreens. Ooh, so there is a little bit of white cast that is very obvious at the beginning, but once you start like working it into your skin, it's just not there. Finish though is a bit sticky. It's not like matte or anything. So I don't know how I feel about this. This one has a fruitier smell. It has like a floral fruity smell, but it's not like terrible. I don't hate it. And the texture of the sun essence is actually pretty light, I want to say. It's not like a very thick cream. Dr. Ceuracle's sun cream is a bit more thick, but what's weird is that Dr. Ceuracle's sun cream, once it touches your skin, it kind of just melts into like this gel and like clear liquid. But for whatever reason, this one comes out from the tube with a very, almost like a translucent kind of white color. Does that even make sense? I don't think that makes sense. And then once it goes on your skin, you have to like work the white cast away. Like right now I'm not seeing it anymore because I worked it into my skin. I feel like sun essences and sun serums are my new favorite kind of products because I don't know, I just feel like they're lighter, and maybe it's because they call it a sun serum or sun essence that just makes me automatically think that they're lighter. I like this. This is a really nice texture. Even though it is a little bit sticky, it's something that I can like live with. Yeah, it is nice. This is a nice formula. I may have to try their sun fluid too because this one is pretty nice, and I just want to see how bad the white cast is with the sun fluid. Okay, so the next one is Tocobo's Vita Tone Up Sun Cream SPF 50 Plus PA4 Pluses. So this sun cream isn't the one I wanted to try from Tocobo. Tocobo has another sunscreen without tone up, and I heard that one is just gorgeous. But today the one that we have is the brand new tone up cream. I think this one launched at the end of last year. The packaging is so nice. It's actually the same as the other sunscreen. That one is in blue and this one is in white, and it has red lettering. There is no foil seal at the nozzle, which is weird. Usually they do. I don't know why they don't for this sunscreen. Okay, let's check for white cast. So the sunscreen itself actually has like a pinkish tint to it, which I guess is the tone up. I noticed a lot of Korean tone up creams, they would have like this pinkish tint to it. I guess it works well with like Korean fair or light skin textures and skin tones. Honestly, this one cannot be for me because it is very casty. It's very pasty. Like I do notice a big difference like on my hand. You can't see on, oh, you can see on screen, okay. I guess the camera picks up the light too. I applied it here, and as you can see, there is definitely like a brighter spot here than the rest of my hand. So I don't know. I feel like I can still pass using this, but I rather not. The texture itself is very nice though. It's like very velvety, very silky, but it does leave a very sticky finish, which I'm not a fan of because I don't use makeup. So like it doesn't matter if it's sticky or not if you do use makeup because you're gonna cover it with makeup. But for people who don't use makeup, it's really hard to use tone-up creams because you're not actually adding anything on top of it, right? So you're basically using a tone-up cream as like your final step in your morning routine, so you will be left with that sticky finish. There is added fragrance, at least from what I've seen on their ingredients list. Yeah, fragrance is the last ingredient on the list, but it's not a very strong fragrance compared to their other products like, oh my gosh, their Tocobo Sun Stick. I am not going to recommend this because it is like deodorant for your face, but this Tocobo tone-up cream isn't that bad. Like I feel like this fragrance I can actually handle and deal with. Okay, the next one is Abib's Heartleaf Sun Essence Calming Drop SPF 50 Plus PA4 Pluses, and this one is actually a renewed packaging of the original Sun Essence that comes in a bottle with a dropper applicator. I guess they had to repackage it for convenience purposes. So this newer version, oh, I have to open it. The newer version is apparently a nozzle bottle packaging, which is like your typical sunscreen packaging. Oh, it's the same color as my sunstick. Wow, that's awesome. I love this packaging because it doesn't feel gendered. The new version has a twist off cap and a nozzle, very typical of sun products. But I noticed that they don't actually have a foil seal either, which is weird. I feel like I trust products more when they have the foil seal because I know that no one's touched it, it hasn't been tampered with. Oh, and you're supposed to shake the contents. It has a little bead inside that loosens up the formula before you apply it. So this tells me that this product is probably like a physical sunscreen because usually physical filters are the filters that kind of clump up and solidify in the packaging or in the bottle. And having the bead inside actually breaks down the filter and prevents it from becoming solidified. I just don't like using physical sunscreens, but I kind of miss having this little bead inside. It's very fun. All right, let's see if there's any white cast. Very, very liquidy. What? Hold on, I don't think there's white cast. What the heck? Is it because I really like broke down the filter like a lot? I don't think there's fragrance, is there? No fragrance, but there is alcohol, so beware. Very light texture, wow. It's very soft. It doesn't smell like anything crazy. Again, I think it's because I have other sunscreen on my hand right now, and that's why I'm smelling the other fragrances. But I don't think I'm smelling anything from this one in particular. Wow, this is really nice. I was really afraid that there's gonna be white cast, but let me put on this hand this time. Very liquidy. It actually reminds me of Etude House Sunprise's Airy Airy something something. That one is also very like liquidy. Ooh. Wait, hold on. No white cast? I was hella expecting that this would come with a white cast. This one might be my favorite one so far. This one and Dr. Ceuracle's. Okay, the next one is probably like the most popular one right now. Beauty of Joseon's Matte Sun Stick. SPF 50+, PA4 pluses. If you are on skincare TikTok, you probably heard about how Beauty of Joseon isn't actually a popular brand in Korea. It's a brand that was marketed mainly toward Western audiences, which I can see why, because I feel like Western audiences have this thing for like traditional East Asian aesthetic. Beauty of Joseon only recently opened a brick and mortar store in South Korea. And I think you can actually see that store in one of Uni Onni's vlogs. At least I think that's where I first saw the store. This sunstick was created in, I guess, like a collaboration development with a popular skincare content creator, Ramon, who happens to be my namesake. On Beauty of Joseon's website, they say that they use silica powder to get that matte finish effect. I don't know how I feel about that, but I guess, you know, both Ramon is beauty chemist and of course Beauty of Joseon, they have their own lab. So I trust their, I guess, ingredients. And the main ingredients are mugwort and camellia, which are both cooling and soothing ingredients. Perfect for the summertime and the warmer weather, especially when you're outdoors doing a lot of things. You don't want to be applying sunscreen and reapplying sunscreen with very dirty hands. This is like the perfect way to combat that. Okay, moment of truth. Is it chalky? Oh, I see some chalkiness already on the edge of the stick. Some shavings came off, okay? Ooh, it is a bit chalky. Hold on. Maybe it's the silica powder that they use, which is expected, I guess. No fragrance, doesn't smell like anything. Whoa, do you see that? Am I seeing things? This side without the sunstick is shinier than this side. I feel like once I applied it, it just mattifies my skin. Whoa, hold on. 잠깐만요. It's very easy to glide on the skin, and honestly I don't think I have anything negative to say about it besides that it does feel chalky. This one isn't the first one to give me that chalky feeling. Tocobo's sunstick also has a very similar texture, very chalky as well. First impression wise, this is not bad. Like, I'm actually pretty surprised and it exceeded my expectations. Let's just put it that way. Okay, so the next and last one we have today is Mariame's Peptide Bakuchiol Sunstick. Again, Bakuchiol is actually pronounced Bakuchiol, but we're just gonna go with Bakuchiol because phonetically it just reads as Bakuchiol. SPF 50+, PA4 pluses. Listen, this sunstick is probably the sunstick that I looked forward to most. I literally see this everywhere now on social media, and I was so jealous that I could see people trying them and I never get to try them. But today, it's my turn. It's finally my turn. I also follow, I think she's like a higher up executive at Mariame. I follow her account and I think her name is Sue Kim. She's been like teasing this for, I want to say 2 months, but it's finally here in my hands. I'm finally gonna try it. They have Peptide and Bakuchiol in a sunstick. We know the benefits of Peptide. Hold on, how do I open this? We know the benefits of Peptide because it protects our skin barrier and restores it, but why is it so hard to open? Jeez, okay. But what about Bakuchiol or Bakuchiol? Why is that ingredient in a sunstick? The benefit of Bakuchiol is that because it is plant-based, because it is not as aggressive, it's a lot more gentler. I feel like a lot of Korean brands, they find really creative ways to use Bakuchiol in a way where you can use it every day, every night, and your skin will not peel or hurt at all. Just look at this packaging. It is gorgeous. So why purple? Let me tell you, there is ultramarine in this product, and ultramarine can add a subtle color intensity to any products that you add it to, and it's commonly found in like bath bombs or even sometimes lotions. Does it bother me at all? I wouldn't say maybe a little, because I just feel like it's the same idea as like food coloring. Like, why would you want to add food coloring to something when it's unnecessary and it's only there for aesthetics? And I feel like it's the same thing here. They added this ultramarine in here for coloring purposes. Does it have to be a purple color? No, but I guess the marketing team wanted it to be purple, and that's why they went with ultramarine. I'm not opposed to it, but it's like, I don't understand why it's necessary. Whoop. Everything about this packaging is so hard. Ooh. Why am I smelling the cap? Ooh, there's a little bit of fragrance, guys. I don't know. Hold on, let me double check. Oh, there's no ingredients list here. So I'm looking at the ingredients list online and there is no fragrance, but I'm smelling something. So this one is one of those stick bombs that I guess like are formulated with compressed powders, similar to Tocobo, similar to Beauty of Joseon. I'm just gonna swatch it on my hand. It's not really transferring off. Okay, I'm gonna apply it on this side of my face since I have Beauty of Joseon on this side. Oh, hair got caught in it. My skin is already producing a lot of oil, so let's see how this sunstick fares against my natural oils. So it doesn't really give me that mattifying effect, which is fine. I don't really care for that. And it feels really nice when I glide it across my skin. It feels nice. And I guess the body temperature naturally just melts the product just a little bit for the solidified surface to break down and then for the actual product to come out. It feels very nice on my skin. I wasn't expecting anything less from this. Same exact packaging as Tocobo, except this one has like a clear, transparent casing. I feel like I wasn't really expecting anything more or anything less from this product. I feel like it's exactly what I expected it to feel, and it feels nice. It feels nice. It doesn't feel chalky. It definitely feels nicer than Tocobo's, because Tocobo's definitely feels super chalky every time I apply it. Compared to Beauty of Joseon, this one isn't as mattifying, which is, I guess it depends on what you want in a finish. If you want the mattifying one, go with this one. If you want more natural finish and texture on your skin, this one is your best bet. And that is it for this video. I hope you were just as excited as I was trying out all these new sunscreens. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I will leave all the product links in the down bar below for you guys to check out in case you guys are interested. Please help the channel grow by subscribing and sharing this video with all your friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, be safe, stay hydrated, and most importantly, be gentle with yourself. That's right, you, I'm talking to you. 안녕, come back for more. 주세요, 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 주세요.
Stay the weak, distract me from my problems. The war inside my head make me forget I'm such a mess.